called Uncle Wayne Explains Drugs and the Law. How many of you are cigarette smokers? Got any cigarette smokers out there? Give a shout, give a yell. Yeah, yeah. Good. Did you know that even here in the People's Republic of Portland, you can smoke in a bar if it's part of a theatrical performance? So I can smoke and you can't. I know, that has been thought of. Originally I thought I could make audience smoking part of the performance. Like, I'd say, you give me $5 and I'll declare that you smoking is part of my performance. But it turns out that that's been tried and the judge said that guy was an asshole. Actually, the truth is that I buy I know a lot of you don't want to smoke. You're thinking, oh, your lungs are turning black. Yeah, maybe a little. And the truth is I buy the secondhand smoke argument, and I think we should have to go outside. It's good for us. It makes us into a gang. Become a gang and hang out on street corners. We're the 10 feet from the door gang. Fuck you. But there's not a lot of upside to these things. As far as I can tell, the main thing they do for you is give you a really overwhelming desire to smoke another one. So I'd like to move to a more interesting drug. This is the sacred ganja, and it's legal for me to have it. I got a card. I got a medical marijuana card. It's legal for me to grow it and have it and smoke it, but buried in the law is a thing about that you can't smoke in a public place.
Can you pass it around?
So I don't know. Do you think this is a public place? No. Well, the truth is, it depends on how good of a lawyer I can afford. Yeah. And you know, the rule on lawyers: avoid them if you possibly can. But if you got to have one, make damn sure you get a good one. That's the rule on lawyers. And I can't afford a lawyer that can convince a judge that this is not a public place. So I can't smoke this. I started smoking 40 years ago. I got a new roommate. He said, "Did you want to smoke marijuana?" And being a good little science guy, I toddled off to the library and read up on it. I decided it wasn't going to hurt me. So yes, you know. So and they had a brick. They had 2.2 pounds of Lebanese hash, which they proposed to smoke pretty much as fast as we could. And my body turned to rubber, and little cartoon guys ran up the walls and across the ceiling. I had a good time. And I've smoked off and on ever since. The longest that I didn't smoke was for 7 years. And in that time, I got a divorce and a broken back. I've made lots of mistakes in my life. All the big ones were made when I was stone cold sober. There's a place for sober. I'm not saying there is a place for sober, but being sober all the time makes you stupid. So when the medical marijuana law came along, I went and got a card because my back was fucked up, and I grow award-winning pot, literally, and so everything was fine. But then after a couple of years, the problem moved up to my neck. It was pinching a nerve, and all of a sudden my arm is dead, and pain running up and down, and and I couldn't lift a cereal bowl, and so the doctors had a plan. The doctor's plan was they'd cut my neck open here, and push all this shit out of the way, get to the bones in the back, and they hammer nails into 3 of the vertebrae, take a metal plate, metal bar, and connect up the 3, and it'd fix me right up, you know, except my head would be kind of fucked up from then on, and complications. And so I sat down, I decided I was going to see if there was any amount of pot that I could smoke that would fix this problem. And I sat down and started smoking, and I smoked a lot of it. I forgot to pick up the kids after school. The school's calling, your kids are here. I actually at one point found myself in the bathroom, standing, looking at the toilet, trying to remember why. But what I discovered is this stuff is absolutely dose dependent. At exactly 6 bowls of my favorite pipe, it was like a switch being thrown. All of a sudden, bang! I stood up, my arm worked again, pain went away. A week went by, I went back into the doctor, and my OHSU neurosurgeon, brain surgeon, said, quote, "I don't know how you got the nerve inflammation down, but you're no longer a candidate for surgery." And what I like about that is, if it had been 3,000 years ago in Egypt, my doctor would have known how I got the nerve inflammation down, because he would have given me the herb that did it. Well, I don't want to leave you thinking that pot is entirely harmless. I want to tell you in particular about one thing. Did you know that smoking too much pot causes lesions in your brain? Lesions. The experiment that proved this was done at the University of Mississippi, the Harvard of Mississippi. What they did, they got these monkeys and they put gas masks on them, and they burned a whole room full of pot. These monkeys smoked 10,000 joints. 10,000 joints with no break in between. A lot of them died of carbon monoxide poisoning. The ones that didn't were sacrificed, and then they cut their brains open to find out what all that pot had done to them. And when they looked in there, they couldn't find anything wrong, except they said, well, their brains are all cut up. Those are lesions. That's right, I'm not kidding. Those monkeys smoked so much pot that it caused their brains to be cut up by mad scientists. So I'm just warning you. The next time you're thinking about smoking 10,000 joints, put a bowl on your head.